All right, hi, it's Mr. C with your Saxon Math today. We're doing lesson 84, and this is on order of operations. It says part 2. This is just our review lesson. We've gone over order of operations before, but today you're going to see a little bit more on why going in the correct order is so important. We're going to go through a bunch of practice questions together, and you'll see that if we don't do it in the right order, we're not going to get the right answer. So let's go through some of this. There are 4 operations of arithmetic: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. When we have more than one of those, we have to make sure that we go in the right order. So we've got our order of operations, where we do the operations within parentheses, multiply and divide from left to right, and add and subtract from left to right. What we don't have here is exponents. And if you'll remember, we have an acronym to remember our order of operations. It's PEMDA. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and then we could say subtraction at the end. Really, multiplication and division are equal, and addition and subtraction are equal. We do those just from left to right, but we need to make sure we do parentheses first and exponents second if we have that as an option. All right, so here we need to simplify. 8 times 2 plus 2 times 6. Now, if we just go from left to right, we're going to get 2 times 6, or 2 times 8 is 16, plus 2 is 18, times 6 is 108. That would be our answer if we just went left to right and ignored order of operations. But you'll see that if we don't ignore order of operations, we're going to get a different answer. So if we put our multiplication first and then add, we'll have a different answer. So 2 times 8 is 16, 2 times 6 is 12, and 16 plus 12 is not 108, it is 28. Okay? So you see that the order there really matters. And they're going to just rewrite it like this: 2 times 8 plus 2 times 6, the same way we did it, and you'll get 28. Okay, let's try this again. Simplify. Oh, now this is where it looks really scary here. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, just using different things. Now, if we do multiplication and division before we do addition and subtraction, it's going to make a difference. So we would want to do this division and this multiplication before we add and before we subtract. So we can do 0.1 divided by, or 0.5 divided by 0.5 just equals 1. 0.5 times 0.5, remember, if we're doing that, let's write this out because this is a good review too. 0.5 times 0.5, 5 times 5 is 25. How many decimals do we need to count? 1, 2, so we'd count over 1, 2, our answer would be 0.25. So here we have 0.5 plus 1 is 1.5, minus 0.25 gives us 1.25. All right, so let's see how they did it here. Again, put the division together, put the multiplication together. We get 0.5 plus 1 minus 0.25, and we get our 1.25, so it works. Now, if we had just gone 0.5 plus 0.5, that's going to be 1 divided by 0.5 minus 0.5 times 0.5. It's going to give us a totally different answer. So it's important to go in the correct order. Here we have parentheses. Now remember, parentheses is first in our order of operation. So we just solve what's in parentheses first. Now sometimes you're going to have a bunch of things in the parentheses. So if there was addition plus multiplication, you would do the multiplication within the parentheses first. Here we just have one problem to solve. 8 plus 6, which is 14, times 2. So 2 times 14 equals 28. Now if we had done 2 times 8 and got 16 plus 6, that would give us the wrong answer at 22. So it's important, again, use your order of operations. There we go. We've got a few practice problems here, so I'm going to leave this screen up so you can practice. Remember, group them by parentheses first, and we can look here. We would solve the things in parentheses. Remember, if it's just one number and a number in parentheses, that just means to multiply them. So 2 times 10 is 20, plus 2 times 6 is 12. 20 plus 12 is 32. So you do that if it's just a single number in the parentheses. If you have a calculation in the parentheses, you do that first. 10 plus 6 is 16. So 2 times 16, 32. Okay? Go ahead and try to solve the rest of those, and then you can work on lesson 84. Yes, lesson 84. All right.